Doing okay? Yeah, doing okay? Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. Does that sound okay? Huh. Mike's so far away this time. Hello, new master. Hello, Condor. Wow, you guys popped on super fast. Let's see. Let's turn this live off. Hello, Amalina. How's it going? Ooh, we got new solo quest, but we're not going to be doing that tonight. Tavern Brawl. Did I do the Tavern Brawl? Hello, everyone. I will explain my extremely long absence in a few minutes. Oh, hey, look at that, my Nickelodeon mug. Sorry that I haven't been around last streams. There have been no last streams. Oh yeah, this Tavern Brawl. This was really fun. Okay. In fact, let's just go into it and just as an exhibition. So, different kind of setup here. I got my, things have sort of changed. I had a lot of time on my hands. I got a microphone on a stand. I hope it's coming in okay. Sound seems a little, No, we're in the green. I guess we're normal. If it sounds a little low, tell me. Screws me out of my car loan, and my dad's making me apply to a credit union. Ugh. Ooh. I
must protect.
I don't know. I don't like credit unions. But, you know. Oof. Yeah, let's hold on to that. That seems handy. I got my webcam on a... I've told you guys, I converted 2 lampstands. One for the camera and one for the microphone. And one's got a double-edged bit that I can then screw on a camera and then screw on the microphone underneath it. I'm looking for new ways of filming. I have a light here. I had to really kind of futz with the camera settings because I have a bright light here now. It's a little too bright, isn't it? My cheeks are red, but I was outside all day. Will I ever make a new Familiar Faces video? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Again, I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I'm inactive in almost every regard. Both, no, that's not enough to do anything. Grandma got incredibly sick. Like, really, really bad. Like, for the last 3 months, she's been getting sicker and sicker. And for, like, about a month, like 3 weeks straight, she could basically do nothing but get up from the bed and go to her favorite couch. And we would, me and eventually my mother stepped in, and we'd just take care of her. Long, winding, complicated story short, it turns out that she had extreme anemia. Even the doctors aren't quite sure how it came about, what she came about. All we know is that
Job's done.
She had a hemoglobin count of about 4. The average count is 12. I mean, it dips. Honestly, it dips lower for older individuals. But 4 is actually pretty damn miraculous that they say she was even alive. Again, they don't know how she even operated like that. Well, they know how. We basically took care of her as much as we could. Where did this ghoul come from? Oh, yeah. This Hunter deck. I played with this earlier in the week. This deck, and it was really killing me. And now it doesn't seem to be doing anything at all. But anyway, it's okay if she got, at the hospital, she basically got 3 units of blood, which is why the name of the video is New Blood. She got 3 units of blood and 2 units of iron. She's now taking iron supplements, which seems to be stabilizing. And again, everyone is very curious about how this went about, that no doctor noticed anything before this. And this is a case of basically when you get older, you have to go and see, like, let's see, what she has her heart doctor, she has her kidney doctor, she has her pain doctor, her back pain doctor, she has her regular pharmacist, and then up until recently she had a pulmonary because she's complained about not getting enough breathing or not getting enough oxygen in her body, which makes sense because she didn't have enough hemoglobin, aka, you know, red blood cells in her stream to actually feed that into her. So this is a case of her going to a new heart doctor about maybe 4 months ago, and the heart doctor going and saying, "Okay, well, you're a new you're a new patient. I want to run a bunch of tests on you just to get a feel, because you haven't had these tests in about maybe 7 years, and we just wanted to have a bunch of tests." So Grandma was basically, we were all like, "Oh wow, they're getting they're getting a ton of tests done." We suspect that maybe the doctor was just padding his bills, because she was running, she was, you know, on the treadmill, she was wearing a heart monitor for about 3 months, and, you know, or not 3 months, about 2 weeks. And again, this is like the start of the summer when she's just starting to get like really sick. In fact, I definitely remember there was a dip in her health around my birthday because we were actually worried that she wasn't going to be able to make it through the night out, because my mother has this absurd obsession with having to go out on my birthday, and I hate it. But that's another bag of worms right there. So we're basically just running the gambit, waiting for this heart doctor to give some sort of feedback to her health, and he's got nothing to say. Her heart is fine. Her heart is more than fine, actually. She's got a fantastic heart, other than her AFib, which is just the rhythm of her heart. But other than that, the muscles work fantastic. So basically, we're just waiting and waiting, and then she goes to her kidney doctor and has a bunch of blood tests on a regular basis. When you have a older person who has less than stellar kidney function, just because of getting older and taking all certain pain medications. And I know this sounds like I'm just going on and on, but this is me just decompressing after all this, after literally like 3 months of worrying, and then a whole like month of like literally preparing for a funeral in my head. That's how bad this was. Because even when we had to go to the doctor's office, she eventually did get on some oxygen that the pulmonary doctor just prescribed, because he didn't know what was going on. But he says, well, you obviously need something. Just basically, the kidney doctor came back and said, okay, well, your kidney function is actually fine, too. We don't know what's going on. And it's just all the doctors, none of the doctors ever said, we're going to run just a regular blood panel on you. Just like a regular freaking ass blood panel to figure out what all your levels are. Because the kidney doctor will run a all the kidney levels. And the heart doctor, you think, would run some sort of blood test, but he never did. So yeah, it's just finally we go to our primary doctor as a last resort, which is weird because that should have been the first resort. He goes and says, "Get your ass to the." We go get a blood test done. He calls up immediately. He says, "Go to the hospital and ask for some blood transfusions." He said, "I'll write you a prescription." We go to the emergency room. We get her checked in. She gets the transfusions and she's fine. Also, then she has to go through the ordeal of getting a lower GI exam, which is, for anyone who's familiar with that, you've got to purge your bowels with this, like a literal gallon of medicine. Like they add like Kool-Aid to it, like some sort of little flavor packet. It was horrible, and you gotta just spend like a whole evening just drinking it. And then the subsequent evening just well, you know, it was let's just say I had to make a run to get some toiletries and stuff. Oh, this is the best move. Watch. And then I pick a card, summon another minion. And death rattle's triggered twice, so I get another one. Cool. Okay. Then I'll do... This is what was happening that when I said, oh wow, this is all the cool stuff that was happening earlier on in the week. Basically, yeah, they give her a clean bill of health. Not exactly a clean bill of health. They said, we don't know what's going on with you. Your blood levels are stable now. We don't think that you have any sort of bleeding anywhere in your body that we can see. She's going to go to her regular GI doctor, gastral doctor, and get a capsule test, which is there. I'm going to put a camera and look around and see if there's anything in her...
Is someone injured?
Her upper GI. Her upper tract, you know, upper intestine. So... Yeah, but then she gets home, she's fine. She seems to be really adjusting to the iron. She got like blood tests to show that she's stabilizing again. And so that was like a 3-month ordeal where I'm just not thinking about anything. I'm literally like spending nights with her sometimes because she's just... We're just like really worried about what's going on. What can I put here? Trends? Yeah, sure. Also, let's do this. And then throw some more astral tigers into the ring. And then, a week later, the week that we bring Grandma home, my uncle starts coughing blood. Little bit. It wasn't as bad as he felt horrible because he had like a little bit of a lung infection, and that's sort of what happens because of his surgery. I told you he had esophageal cancer, and then therefore had to have a extreme procedure in which he had to have his esophageal line cut and then re-sewn together. So his stomach's basically up here now with his next to his lung, which is which is a huge irritant on him. It's an extended life, and it's better than... He actually has a better quality of life than most people who have this surgery. He's such a big man, I think that he's like 6'3", or at least he was. He seems to be shrinking, but that's okay. Again, in his old age, he's sort of in his like 60s. but then I spent some time with him to make sure that he was going to be okay. It was fine. He's going to get some other tests done, but it looks like it was complications from irritation, maybe a little bit of lung infection, but he got some medicine and some a breathing apparatus, one of those, I forget what they called it. I used to have one back when I was a kid because they thought I had real bad asthma. Let's get rid of, yeah, you. And I guess you. Do I summon? Yeah, 2 more turns, good. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. I mean, I could get rid of one of these guys.
Time waits for no one. For the wild.
Then I just triggered that. Hey! Come in here! Oh, let's get rid of it. Ah, shit! I just used up all my mana. I'm streaming again, Grandma. Yeah, that's neat. I got a. That's what I was looking. I was looking for a dimmer switch to turn that a little bit lower because it's really bright on the camera.
Dimmer switch.
Yeah, a dimmer switch. They they've got a little control on it, and you use it to control film lights a lot. I know it looks like a lot in the room, but that's. I look what? Yeah, I looked out there. I looked out there for a good while. God, what do I have here? Summon 2 saplings. I guess we can add a random death rattle to my hand. I have enough mana, I guess. Ooh, deal 5 damage. Okay, let's get rid of that. I guess we're gonna go. And then let's just how many?
Haste makes waste.
There we go.
My hand is too full.
So yeah, and that was her coming to see what I was doing, what I had all this stuff here for. Isn't that nice? Look at that. I can just move this back and forward. You can look at my fraud wall, which is a fraud pin board, and it's nice. But yeah, I just 2 months of just constant just trying to be there for the family and figure out what's going on. Let's throw this down. That, and then I can throw another taunt. Do I have another little taunt? I have this taunt. Yeah, I want to boost this taunt as much as I can. Shit, these things are big.
Haste makes waste.
Job's done.
So basically this is just me just saying I'm sorry I haven't been doing anything. I've got commissions and I got to apologize to those people too.
Rotten to my core.
Frankly, I'm just. This is a long time coming because I'm kind of just emotionally drained at this point.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
What am I doing? I'm not even focusing on the game, but I'm just saying that This is just me trying to come back out swinging and start doing this again.
For the wild.
Even going so far as to set up all of this stuff. I didn't really feel like it, but I needed to. I needed to start getting back into stuff. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Hello, Mary. I mean, it was, and I've like I've said, this is sort of like, I go on like it like a harp, but it's really actually been a constant theme in my life ever since both Dad and Grandpa died, and then it's just been nonstop adjusting to just whatever. What's this? That's not gonna work now. That might be fun. Destroy all minions, remove the top 3. No. Yeah, I'll do that. And then we'll play, I guess, Astral Tiger. And then get rid of you.
Haste makes waste.
And again, I mean, I when Dad and Grandpa died, I took time off, and then I came back out swinging with more videos and worked on the opening for Urban Legends, Urban Nights or whatever, Suburban Nights. That's what it was. Just, you know, you gotta keep going, I guess. No, I don't. It's not a thing about guessing. You just gotta keep on going. You gotta keep pushing. Ooh, hey, I got this card. I'll show you some footage of the 2 legendaries I got. I got 2 legendaries in 1 pack. Let's see. What can I do?
Darkness.
I think I'll go try and go face. I want to go. Actually, no. I'll adjust a little bit. Get rid of this guy. Resummon him.
Even death is obsolete.
Oh, double death triggers, right? There we go. He's dead now. Good. But yeah, it's just
Immortality.
My shield.
I know everyone's got problems, and I know, like, even Noob, he's got problems with his car, and I'm apologize, and I'm sorry about that. We've all got our hang-ups in our situations.
Even death is obsolete.
God, okay, so this is what this guy was waiting for. Let's throw out this guy.
This will be grisly.
Let's go and deal with you. Summon 2 of you, I guess.
Death is obsolete.
If he can keep using spells on those things, then he can summon a huge army. But yeah. Yep. And I had to get all that out somewhere. And that's what these sort of videos are for. They're not really focusing on Hearthstone. Half the time Steve is talking about pop culture and everything. Hell yes. I can use the strong shell scavenger on this and buff all my minions. Did he put a spell on them? No, he didn't. But this is a fairly nice setup here. With the, get rid of you. Can I play another kind of taunt? No, I have no other taunts, so let's just play this.
The frozen wind guided me.
we can also play another one of these. Oh, I could have attacked that directly and not wasted a minion. Shit. Okay, whatever. Gotta get back in the game.
For the wilds.
But anyways, yes, that's sort of what I've been... I've literally just been trying to take care of her. Like, again, it's actually... They say it's miraculous how she was operating on just 4 hemoglobin. A count of that low. And they say that's because Mom and me took care of her and that she had oxygen, that we got her on oxygen. If she didn't have oxygen, she probably would have fell, her heart probably would have given out. Because the oxygen was just enough to give her that little edge to get through, to get to a doctor who just knew what the fuck they were talking about, you know?
Perish.
I washed that one thing I wore,
Uh-huh.
and I sprayed it with spray and wash.
Uh-huh.
It didn't come out.
What? Don't...
That spot.
Oh, that one? Oh, okay. Spray and wash. We'll find something a little bit stronger.
For the wilds.
By the way, Liz is still alive and busy with life. Good. Good. Boy, that killed the mood. We got 20. We're only 26 minutes in. And of course, there's the regular stuff, like just things, like getting up early this morning and then having to trim the palm tree. We had a palm tree guy, but he was starting to charge like about $100 for just like nothing. He'd come out, shimmy up the tree. Ooh, what's this? Give all your demons. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have no demons. Should I wait and see if I have demons? No.
Everyone has demons.
I just wasted that mana tree that gave me 10, a twig of the mana tree that gave me 10 mana. Just wasted it.
You are safe now.
I am great at jelly things, small appendages. I want to be I'm gonna scream. Hello, Austin. Yes. I have no mouth on us. Ah, crap. He's got 40 now. We're gonna have a bunch of astral or destroy all minions. Destroy the top. Oh, crap. I could do that and then just start. No. Let's just go for this. She's already, pardon me. Majirajan, whatever. They've already used that, so there's no use in just trying to see if we can make up
For the
time.
wilds.
So anyway, yeah, I trimmed a palm tree for the first time today. It was interesting.
Leave slash.
For the wilds.
What do we doing? Batman never suspects the Superhero Registration Act. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Oh, back. I have a trimming pole, and it reaches pretty far, but not far enough for a freaking palm tree. Or at least this freaking palm tree. So, it was an ordeal to kind of get a ladder long enough and not actually have to crawl up into the damn thing. You're just like full of astral tigers. Destroy all minions. I could destroy all the minions and then pop them back, and I'd still have more for attack. I think, because if I destroy them, then they'll pop back up into existence. Let's just see where this goes. I'll clear the board on my end and then refill it. Right? Alright, discard, 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 but then I put mine back in, right? Or did it count the ones... Okay, good, good, good. I was like, oh, did it already count the ones that were taken out? Jeez. Okay. This is weird. Oh, this is the second cycle. Okay. Damn, look at all that.
I am the essence of magic.
Okay, good. And then I'll throw out this guy. Well, no, not yet. Because it'll just resummon. Well, let's see. Do I want to whittle away his health, or do I want to attack? I better just actually actively attack.
For the wild.
I don't know, this is getting a little dicey. I don't know exactly what this guy has in mind. Okay, as long as he doesn't heal himself, I'll be okay. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, dead. Then I get 2 there, 4. 4, huh?
For the wild.
Wow, this game has actually been going on for 20 or 33 minutes. Huh. Guess who's had 2 thumbs and gotten into professional arts? Oh, good for you, Matt. Right on. Right on. What you doing? Okay, he healed himself a little bit with what? What did he do? Yeah, I guess I better throw this out. And then hope I can just start wheeling away. And that'll give me all the defense minions that I had.
wilds.
Yeah, it would actually be a shame to waste this attack, so let's just put that out there. And see. It's a performance course at my college, and I got accepted to being waited list on 2 weeks. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you, Matt.
Just in time.
Oh, piss off. Oh, the Bone Drake. Okay. I was like, why the hell would he put this in his deck? Okay, well, anyway, we can just play this. No, no, stop, don't. No, I want to attack. Good. That's obnoxious.
For the wild.
Hell yeah, look at this. Look at this setup. This is beautiful. And if it dies and I throw out, I get to draw 2 of my Astral Dragons. Astral Tigers, whatever.
You have better.
Oh, come on. We didn't even get started. There we go. Well played. That was a 36-hour minute. 36-minute match. Holy shitballs. But anyway, that's the Double Death Rattle Druid. I had some luck with... Oh, here, I'll just show you some footage of... I put this out on Twitter and no one bit. No one seemed to actually get too excited about it. But yeah, there's me. There's one legendary. There's the secondary. This, oh, it's gone now. It's over. I didn't put it on repeat. That first one was the... What was it? The cloning one? The cloning master or whatever. And then the second one was... I'll just show you. Oh, and I also got Mechathune, so I never had to waste my, I didn't have to waste dust making it, but I did have to waste dust in order to create a viable deck with Druid. Just to have fun with it. Let's see, what was it? It was in Paladin, it was the 2-drop Candor? Crystal Smith Candor. And it's a golden. I'm debating about whether to just to boil it down or not, because it's Divine Shield, Lifesteal, and your healing is double. Now, if I can actually put some sort of situation where I create a taunt deck, I'm thinking about making a taunt deck with lots of weapons, so I can bring my health down, but still get, you know, still reap the benefit of using all those weapons. Some sort of taunt. Also include maybe the... This would have to be a wild deck, because I can't use the... I don't think Benevolent no, that's a candle. Okay. For some reason, I thought that was the Adventurer's expansion. I can use that. A bunch of taunts. And then, what was that one? Yeah, if I can make another Blackguard. Whenever your hero is healed, deal that much damage to a random enemy minion. Basically, just create like a self-perpetuating, self-perpetuating hurt engine, basically. Where I get healed, and then that just, I get healed for at least 6. Because of the genie... or the Jin, and then it like sends out 6 wave of damage, and that'll most likely kill a minion. I don't know. I've got to work it through in my head, basically. I haven't done anything with it yet. I haven't done anything with that clone guy either. I have the solo mission. We're going to do the solo adventure some other time. I'm going to wait one other night. I could show you the Cthulhu Shaman I have, or the Warlock, Cthulhu Warlock I have, and then maybe the... just for shits and giggles, the Shaman Elemental I have. I made a really nice Elemental Shaman deck. It really does the job. But for now, let's see if we can get another pack. Just by peeping someone out. I guess the only one playing right now is Dragnet. Hold on. It's kind of sputtering. Let's see. What else did we do? And again, we're still going to doctor's office because then there's the whole thing of the follow-up doctor's visits. Once you've once you get out of the hospital, you have to go see a bunch of doctors. Oh, good. It seems like we've come in, well, it's pretty even. It was pretty even. Okay, you're using the standard mech warrior. Super Collider won't help. I would put out the, one of these. Or maybe... You could have done the rush and then execute damage combo. Oh, wait, no. All robots have rush. I forgot. And you can use execute on that and kill it. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. You could have used execute to wipe the board. Oh well. Oh well, he's only got 2 damage, so whatever. Yeah, I gotta get back into Venture Brothers. The problem with Venture Brothers is that it disappears for so long that it doesn't stay in my consciousness. I have seen clips though. I've saw the clips of because it's unavoidable to. It's like I know a new season of Venture Brothers is out because you will start seeing interesting new clips. Like I saw the Monarch's new Arch, who is voiced by the same voice actor who played Birdman. Or at least, you know, on Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, which was actually like a really. I was just gonna say, it's funny having him play someone with some sort of confidence and not be the disheveled lawyer that he is. Because one of his catchphrases on Harvey Birdman was, sigh. I get a kick out of that because it's just, it's not like, it's actually him saying, sigh. Great voice. And again, it's nice that he can sort of play something with a little bit like more like actual confidence in his performance. He plays this well-to-do Greenpeace. Hey? What, off or?
We don't have a cord out there.
Oh, is it dead?
I need to have it.
Okay. Hold on a second. Pardon me. Pardon me, folks. Okay. God, Harvey Birdman was such a great show. Did you get that thing I sent you? What thing? Let's see, are we still lined up? Nope, nope, I am off kilter. There we go. We come from the far-off future of 2012. Or what was it? Was it 19? No, no, no. It was 2006 or something. I forget the exact joke, but the point is that the Jetsons... The Jetsons was actually pretty smart in that they actually, like, tried to, like, pick a point that was, like, really far off into the future. But that caught up with them. We caught up with them. Paced them. We outpaced them already. We have a lot of neat things. Like I'm able to talk to you guys instantaneously around the world. We got like phones and computer screens and stuff like that. No flying cars though. How do you feel about the Happy Time Murders? Just saw the trailers. I've seen like 2 or 3 of them. I'm extremely ambivalent. In that I really don't. It doesn't seem like any sort of. Is that a Sony picture? Does that actress have a deal with Sony for like a multi-picture deal with Sony? Because she tries. My God, she's funny. She tries her hardest.
Come dance to my song.
But if she keeps making deals with Sony, then that's just gonna. It's not gonna be good. Sony is a trash shack on fire. You can tell that by like the cartoons they also make. Like they released a Hotel Transylvania cartoon and a Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs cartoon that pretty much just have the same plot. It's prequels where the freezing trap on a microbot. Yeah, they're prequels to the actual story, which muddle the actual movies that... It muddles the continuity of the actual movies that they come from. For example, Hotel Transylvania, it's all about the little vampire girl, I don't know her name, but Drax's daughter being like, oh no, you know, humans. And in that series, humans like literally live down the road, and she interacts with them on a semi-regular basis. So there's that. That's you made a liar out of the you made a liar out of the movie. Then you have Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the series, which depict. I for some reason I recognize Sam's. I know Sam Sparks' name, maybe because of the alliteration, but I forget what the guy's name was. He was oh well, you know the guy, the actual scientist. It depicted, you know, in the movie they actually meet for the first time on the pier, and like actually a really neat, good scene. I forget how much I like that movie. Draw 5 different secrets. Ooh, you know, it's a beast, so I guess it would go with the hunter deck the best. God, this is the night of long, really long games, isn't it? Flint, yeah, Flint Lockwood, not something. Oh well, anyway, Flint. It depicts, you know, they meet for the first time in the movie on that pier. In the new series, it shows that they meet because Sam transfers to the school. And that's like a horrible mess of continuity because she actually suppresses all of her... In that series, she's like this kind of like she's into science and she wears glasses and ponytail. And the whole point of her arc in the movie is that she suppressed that. And it was meeting Flynn, the sort of adorkable dreamer that he is, brought her to realize that, you know, oh well, liking weather and wearing glasses isn't all that bad. So there's just that. So yeah, it's just generic. When Sony makes a cartoon series, it's just like sort of generic, like high school prequel. Oh yeah. Here's one thing. What happened to those kids? Like Mavis. Mavis, that's her name. Mavis has friends that are the kids of all of Drax's monster friends. Like there's a kid Blob, and there's a kid Mummy, and then there's a kid Frankenstein. And again, it's like, well, why weren't those in the... Why weren't they in the actual movie? Like, one of the points of Mavis wanting to explore the world was the fact that she felt that she was sort of trapped in the hotel. But in the series, she doesn't feel that all that much because she actually has friends, and she's already, like, experiencing everything out of living, because she even has a cousin who acts as like a weird rival. He's like this weird Nosferatu type vampire, I think. Or is that the grandpa? No, that's the uncle. There's an uncle too. There's an uncle and there's an aunt. There's just a bunch of all sorts of stuff thrown in there. So it's just kind of like, just yeah, totally mess with the motives and everything. But then when again, every time something like that happens, I think back to Beetlejuice. Like Beetlejuice, the animated series. Now that was a show that basically just... because Beetlejuice was the villain in the movie. But they were like, oh, but he's also like the most freaking marketable character. So let's turn him into a good guy, kind of like a mischievous, impish character. And also he's now friends with oh god, there's no excuse for this. There's no excuse for forgetting her name. Lydia, shit. Okay, wow, okay, that was a fuck up. Lydia. I'm now friends with Lydia. Her parents are not... They're sort of neutral in the scheme of things. Like, they were pretty much almost the real villains of the first movie. Now they're just kind of like, oh, well, you know. And I always remember that because that was like the hugest... Because I'd say I like the movie and I like the TV series, but they were just different. They were like retelling that was the first, like, oh, let's retell the story from by tweaking everything and changing everything a bit. So I'd be remiss to say, oh wow, that's, you know, you can't have a spin-off that's just different from the... But on the other hand, you're not removing anything from Beetlejuice's character. He's still like a trickster, and he will still periodically get in trouble because he wants to feed his own nepotism and you know, he's kind of looking out for his best interest until he like crosses that line where it starts to affect Lydia, and then he'll feel bad about it and then try to make amends. So it somehow captures the spirit, but then tweaks the motives. These reboots that I was talking about earlier, they kind of like rob the characters of their just that kind of arc that they had, and the spirit of the actual movie. The spirit of the actual movies aren't there. It's just more of like the pacing, and it's also this generic kind of like there's literally, I think, an episode in both series where characters become giants because they're messed with magic or science. You know, the two are this, you know, same sides of the coin, or opposite sides of the coin, I should say, not the same sides. Shit, I'm going crazy. But yeah, that's how like actually creatively bankrupt. It's like within the same first seasons, like they both have an episode where I think like there's a transformation episode and then a giant episode, and yeah. But the most depressing series, I think the series opener was Osmosis Jones, and that was the most depressing because the movie ends with the human. I forget what his name was. You know, the human character who Osmosis Jones lives in. You know, he tries to get healthy. He repledges his life to his daughter after Osmosis Jones, unbeknownst to him, saves his life. And he vows to live a healthier life. And what is the first episode of the animated series showcase? It shows Frank, that's his name. They show Frank sitting in his lounge chair, slavishly eating like a bucket of chicken and all sorts of other greasy, horrible foods. Just like, and he's a horrible fat slob who's just shoveling just carcinogens in his gullet, and it's like, okay, well, the movie turned out horribly. Like, his daughter's not around. I can only assume the daughter went off to college, and he like reverted to like a slobbish state, and it's like, okay, you know, that's horrible. Sage of Death says it's regarded that they tweak the mythos to have it fit the series, and again, true. You can tweak the mythos, and you can tweak. I don't know, but the Beetlejuice thing was like such a drastic twist. It'd be like, I don't know, it's just such a drastic twist that it sort of works in that it's just like, hey kids, you like this Beetlejuice character? Like this character we made action figures of. You haven't seen the movie because it's PG-13, but you know that we're trying to sell Happy Meals and action figures, right? It's like, oh yeah, I like Beetlejuice, he's wacky, he's crazy. Okay, what if we made like a children's, it's sort of like there was no in-between. Like, remember the Mask comics by Dark Horse, where the Mask was like this super messed up, not even anti-hero, he was just like a psychotic maniac. It was almost like not even a superhero comic, it was almost like, started out like a Twilight Zone episode, where the guy gets the mask, he can do crazy things, but he just eviscerates people with cartoon antics. Then you go from it was a slower transition because you get where other people would start using the mask. There was like a series where or like a 4-part issue where a bunch of teenagers start using the mask, and weird thing happens depending on their personalities. And then one nerdy kid gets the mask and he says, I'm going to be a superhero. That was sort of the genesis of the, you know, what if the mask was a superhero? And then, of course, you have the Jim Carrey movie, which was like, okay, we want to make a movie of this character, but we want to, like, actually make it, like, palatable for general audiences and make him, like, a superhero kind of thing. And then you have the TV series, which is like all the way full-on superhero. We have superhero and super villains, like really, really crazy-ass super villains. It's almost like Beetlejuice never had that in-between, where there was like just like, okay, well, you're clearly not a villain, but you have villainous tendencies, I should say. Like I said, in Beetlejuice, the real villains of that movie were Lydia's parents, who wanted to exploit the supernatural and then make it Kishi. What is that word? What am I actually trying to say? Cheesy, you know, like but anyway, there was no in-between that transition of like, okay, well, here's Beetlejuice. He's basically a prick in the movie who wants to serve his own needs and tendencies. And then you have all right, we won. Finally. It's like there's no in between that and then him just completely changing. Also, I was never sure, were Beetlejuice and Lydia dating in the cartoon series? Let me just get out of here and thank where'd he go? Thank him for the pack. Thanks for the pack. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I was never quite sure. Were they dating or not? Because the first episode opens with the anniversary. I thought it was just... Oh, cool, a legendary. I wonder what it's going to be. Hold on, I'm waiting for the stream to stabilize a little bit. We've got like a few... We've got a few... on stream, got legendary. Yeah, that's spelling it wrong. Huh. Okay, well we're stable enough. Anyway, yeah, you're sure they were just friends? I'm sure too, but even as a kid, I was like, oh, are they or are they not? That's weird. Anyway, let's see what we got. Golden Legendary. Destroy an enemy minion with taunt. Well, guess what? We got an actual not Golden Legendary because I'm going to boil that shit down. Destroy an enemy minion with taunt. You know, if I hadn't made it at this point, then... Yeah, I don't have it. But I didn't care enough to actually make it. Plus, this pack will actually... I'll always get the core set. So odds of me getting an actual regular Black Knight are good. Eventually. Did I ever make that, that Blackwing? No. Oh. Cool. Disenchant. Did I ever make that? Yeah, I got a Deathwing. I got 2 Deathwings. And a Mechathune. Yeah, I think I might boil that down. What is it called? The Death Knight? Yeah. What? Any votes? What should I boil it or not? The Black Knight. Destroy an enemy with taunt. Destroy an enemy. Well, I'm gonna disenchant it. I'm going to disenchant it, and then we're going to go and get something I really, really want, or would like. So let's see. I should actually get a bunch of epics that I need for the deck. Have I watched the reboot? I watched the first episode, and I couldn't follow a damn thing. Epic. Wait, hold on. I might get back to you on that. Do like those... I've been watching other streamers, and they either do like a whole damn day of streaming, or they cut off at about an hour. So I think we might call it a night, since for some reason the internet's just telling me to quit. But anyway, thank you all for joining me this evening. It was interesting. Thank you for having me just explain what was going on.